Hi Claire, so here's the reason why the yellow wasn't showing up on your render. Also, I think that's the reason why maybe you have to set up the black. Because I played with some of the black settings and then it worked. So once, this will actually apply for the black coloring too. So once you do your yellow coloring, you go to the data object data, which is the tool right next to the materials tool, right here. You choose the object that you have to turn yellow. So I think one of the things you have to turn yellow is the barrel. Okay, we select the barrel here. Now I want you to notice that there's a button called Assign here. Now if we go back to the the Material tab, you also notice there's an Assign tab here. The Assign tab here, this is not the one that you use to change the color. This is actually the one you use to change the color. So we click there, and if we can see in the screen when you render it, now it turns yellow. Okay. Now your picture might be a little bit different because I did play with the black color before I went into the yellow coloring, but now you can see that the yellow does show up. Alright. One important thing is when you're choosing each of those items to turn yellow, you have to deselect it before going on to the next part of your flashlight. Okay, now let me explain the reason why we're going through this object data menu instead of selecting everything. So normally we know how to select by using the right click mouse, but as you can see, the right click mouse sometimes works, sometimes it works not so well. Well, with the right click, it selects different vertices, or you can change the settings down here. Say if you want to do faces, it selects faces. But what if you want to select the whole entire object? Instead of selecting the whole flashlight and you just want to select parts of it, that's why they have this data object menu. Okay. One thing also, let me reiterate, when you're assigning the color, you're not pressing the assign button under the object data, you're pressing the assign button under the color materials tool, which is right here. See? Now, let me show you something real quick. Alright. Go back here to the data object. You choose the next thing that you need to turn yellow. I think it's the cap rim. I'm not sure. I forget. We click select. Then we go back to the material data. Make sure the yellow is selected. We click assign. Also, make sure you also click deselect it before you go on to the next object. Okay. So now you can see it's deselected. Let's go back to the object data. I'm sure it was the flare that we have to turn yellow, so we click it, select it, and we go here, material, and assign. Okay? Now we deselect it once we're done, and let's render it. Now you can see that part there is yellow, this part here is yellow, and this part here is yellow, and this part here is yellow. Okay, so let me know if this helps. Send me another email and I can go ahead and go over the tutorial with you. We can go on a live session. I can do a walkthrough. Okay, thank you.